Today I'm going to read you a story about a gal named Charlotte that lived in Treadwell. It is based on a book that she wrote about her life, and this is Charlotte right here. And I've taken the information that she wrote about her life and added some additional details about the town of Treadwell, and I hope you enjoy. So, Charlottetown. 1916. Charlotte. My name's Charlotte. I'm 12 years old and I grew up in an incredible town called Treadwell, Alaska. It's a lovely place. It's built on the side of a mountain and has a view of a beautiful waterway called Gastineau Channel. Sometimes icebergs float by. The small town of Juneau is on the other side of the channel. Our town is a lively place to live, and it's not too far from where you live. It has so many wonderful things to do, and it's a very special place because it's a mining town. This is the town of Treadwell, Alaska, and this actually was a postcard that people used to send to friends or relatives after visiting the town of Treadwell. Treadwell Town. Treadwell is a company mining town, which means one company called Treadwell Mining Company owns and runs the entire town. The men in our town work for the Treadwell Mining Company. Since the Treadwell Mining Company owns the whole town, we often just call it the company. Our town is spread over 2 miles of stumpy hillsides. Trees were cut down so buildings could be constructed for the mining process and to support our 1,222 residents. Every building is painted bright red and trimmed in dark green. Just imagine a whole town with matching buildings. This gentleman right here is John Treadwell, and he's the one that put the money down on the piece of land, thinking that there might be some gold. And here he is sitting next to other people that live in Treadwell, and I imagine some of these men are miners. On Treadwell. A man named John Treadwell from San Francisco was convinced that the prospects of finding gold were good, so he bought the land for only $400 and built a town with everything needed to mine gold and to support all of the gold miners to live a good, happy life. It is very hard to get a job working for the Treadwell mines, as they only hire the best. Miners who work here feel very lucky because the living conditions are very good and the pay is excellent. Take a look at this photo. We're going to be talking about this in a moment. Stamp mills. Sometimes I think the town of Treadwell is the loudest town in the world. The stamp mills that crush the ore, which is gold-bearing rock, make so much noise even the people in the next town need to yell so others can hear them. There are only a few days each year when our town is quiet. On Christmas and the 4th of July, the mines are closed and the stamp mills don't run. Oddly enough, it is too quiet for many of us on these days because we are so used to the sound of slamming metal on rock. It's even hard to sleep when the stamp mills aren't running. Let's go back to that slide of the stamp mills if we can, so you can see it. So here are the stamp mills that make a lot of noise. Could you imagine so many of them working at one time and how loud it must be? This right here is the Glory Hole open pit mine. There's a building up here, and as you can see, it is very, very deep. Glory Hole, open pit mining. The first mine at Treadwell was an open pit called the Glory Hole. Men drilled holes, put in dynamite, and blasted the rock to break it up. The broken rock fell to the ground and was put in ore carts and taken out through a tunnel to the hoist. A hoist raises the rock out of the hole to the surface with a winch and pulleys. As more rock is blasted, the hole becomes deeper and deeper. It is said that this is such a dangerous place to work that men often fall and they go to their glory. This is a photograph of stope mining, and we're going to read a little bit about that right now. Stope mining. Open pit mining closed in 1906 because the companies started going beneath the ground to use a new mining method called stope mining. Now the miners go underground in tunnels and shafts to break the rock into smaller pieces so they can move it up and out of the earth. Because of stope mining, the glory hole now sits empty. As I walk along the boardwalks of Treadwell, it's incredible to think there are men under my feet, underground in tunnels, blasting rock in the hopes they will find gold. Stope mining. Thanks for joining me today.